Real wealth isn't about what people can see, it's about what's happening behind the scenes. Building real money systems, consistent investing, and disciplined spending that no one ever notices. My name's Chris, and I've been in corporate finance for almost 15 years now, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 9 habits that I've noticed that these quiet, wealthy individuals have. Habits that normally get overlooked, but make all the difference between looking rich and being rich. So let's jump right into the first one that you need to understand about quiet, wealthy people. They're not playing the same game that everyone else is playing. Most people in society are playing the status game. They're trying to look rich. Places like Instagram have not helped this, right? The nicer car, trying to keep up with people online, or going to a 9-course meal just to tell your friends and family that you went to a 9-course meal, right? Because that sounds expensive and bougie. But quiet, wealthy people, they're playing the wealth game. They don't care how they look, how it looks. They only care if their net worth is going up, and they only care if their wealth generating assets are increasing. And these are 2 completely different paths. So I'd love for you to let me know down in the comments, which one are you right now, today? Be honest. If your money decisions are based on how they look, you're playing the wrong game. The second thing that quiet, wealthy people do is they're really good at ignoring the noise. My goodness, it is noisy out there, right? Financial news, hot stock picks, fear-mongering, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Let me know if you've heard any of these things recently, right? Oh my God, the market's crashing. Oh my God, the dollar is going to be worthless soon. Oh my God, Jersey Mike's is no longer offering a buy one, get one sandwich. 2 of those are just newsy entertainment pieces to get people hooked and to get people consuming their stuff. One of those is completely horrific, and we need the BOGO back, Mike. We need it back. There's just so many opportunities that our money can focus on. All it really does is make us just emotional and distracted, putting our money towards these things and then spending all this mental energy thinking about it, talking about it. Quiet, wealthy people, they don't do that. They keep it simple. They stick to what works, and they stay consistent with it. There is a proven path of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, and that's what these people do. The more financial noise you consume without a system, the worse your decisions get. The third thing that these quiet, wealthy people do is they actually know their numbers. I know, it's shocking. It's shocking the amount of people that don't actually know their numbers. They know how much money is in their bank account. They know if their bank account is going up or down, just to be as very simple with that as possible. They align their spending to the things that matter to them the most. Some people call these North Star goals. They track their net worth, not for bragging rights, not to show off on Instagram, but just to see progress. And they know how much they make and how much they can allocate towards living expenses so they can pump more into those wealth generating activities and assets. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a money visibility problem. The fourth difference between quiet wealth and fake wealth. This is where people start to fall off. These quiet, wealthy folks, they don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Most people say things like, I'll save what's left, right? The end of the month. Oh, if I have some extra money, I'm going to put it towards this thing. I'll invest when I've got a little extra, or maybe when I have more information, right? But that extra, it just never, ever shows up, right? You know how hard life can get. Month after month after month, these people trying to get wealthy do the same thing over and over and over again. They're expecting a different outcome. They have great intentions at the beginning of the month, but at the end of the month, they're like, oh my God, where did all my money go? I was supposed to be putting it towards XYZ thing, right? Quiet, wealthy people, they flip that. They build a system where each and every dollar has an assigned job. So they don't have to think about it every month. They just know where the money's going, how it's going to get there, and why they're doing it in the first place so that they can continue doing it. It's kind of like going to a Taylor Swift concert. Stay with me here. Every ticket, when you go there, you have an assigned seat, right? So when you go there, well, you're probably in the nosebleeds because, my God, those tickets are expensive. Not that I looked or wanted to go or anything like that. But while most people are motivated to see Tay-Tay up on the stage, that motivation typically fades way faster with our finances, right? It's really hard to stay motivated to continue doing this. And if motivation is a challenge for you, and if this is something that you've been struggling with, I want to help you find an extra $1,000 hiding in your finances in a 6-week challenge. So if that sounds interesting to you, or if you think that can help you in your personal finances, there's a link below with more information. The fifth thing I've noticed about quiet, wealthy folks is they don't try to do everything at once. They focus on small, repeatable, consistent actions. People think they need to fix their entire financial life overnight. That sounds overwhelming, right? I need to go from $0 to $100,000 of net worth in a month, or else I'm not doing it, right? It's like, what are we talking about here? That's like standing at the bottom of the mountain and you're trying to climb it in like one shot. It's like people that climb Everest don't think like, oh my God, I only have 2 hours. I got to go back home to get to Netflix. There's a show, whatever, right? Instead, they take small, intentional steps. They check their accounts. They track a category. They make one adjustment. And it's these small little frames where sometimes it can feel super irrelevant. And I think that's why people don't do them. There's like, oh, what would looking at my bank account do? It's like in the fitness space, like, oh, what would stepping on a scale every day do? Well, it's like, well, there's actually research that shows that people who only step on a scale still tend to lose weight over people that don't step on a scale, because at least you're somewhat aware of the situation, right? The quiet wealthy take these small, consistent steps, and then they stack those small little wins over a long enough time horizon. And we all want to compound our money, right? It's super sexy. We want our money, making our own money. But what about the skills that are involved in that? No one talks about the skills compounding. And the skills are the same thing like money. Every little skill or every little action that we take compounds to eventually it's just going to explode, right? So you don't need a big move. You need a move you'll actually be able to repeat. The sixth thing about the quiet wealthy is they don't use money to impress people. They use money to buy freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom of not being stressed every single month, because every dollar you spend is either doing one of two things. It's giving you more freedom or it's taking that freedom away. Ooh, and that might be tough to hear, right? So quiet wealth, for example, is buying a landscaper to get your time back. Fake wealth is buying a Rolex to show people you have time. Quiet wealth isn't about having more, it's about needing less. The seventh thing the quiet wealthy do, and this is where so many people mess this up, guys. It's so close, but the quiet wealthy people, they don't try and skip ahead. Everyone wants to jump straight into investing and passive income and all that sexy stuff, right? We talked about it a couple steps ago, but if you don't have control of your money first, it doesn't work. I've seen people invest at the beginning of the month. They have the best intentions in the world. They're like, everyone's telling me I should be putting my money towards a future financial goal, growing my money. So they do it, they automate, they get a paycheck, boom, it goes into some Roth IRA account or whatever, right? But then by the 25th of the month, they run out of money and they're like, oh my God, I needed that $500. And they didn't have there was no plan, there was no structure, there was no foundation. Acceleration is the last of the 4 money stages that exist. So there's awareness, action, accountability, and then awareness. So if your foundation isn't solid, acceleration just exposes the cracks. The next thing quiet, wealthy people do really well is they don't try to do it alone. They raise their hand, they reach out, they ask for help, they build accountability into their system. That can be as simple as sitting down once a month for 30 minutes to just get a quick overview of the last month and make a plan for the next month. Track your progress. That way you could see like, oh wow, I am moving forward with this. This is not something that I actually am stuck with, which was what I think. But when I look at the numbers, things are moving forward. And having a quick conversation about money. This can be with a significant other, a friend, a coworker, someone in a community of people online going on the same journey as you. It's not anything complicated, but that is the consistency of what keeps moving everything forward. Because the whole point of personal finances is it's not a game that ever ends if you don't want it to. It's a very long game. So in that long game, we need to be able to find ways to track our progress long enough so that we can see results. Because once we start seeing some results, my God, it is so motivating to keep going and keep pushing. So you don't need a perfect system. You need one that you'll actually stick to. And the last thing quiet, wealthy people do extremely well is they don't overthink decisions. Most money decisions, they feel permanent, but they're not. Things like picking what account to use or what investing account should I be doing? How do I budget? Trying a new strategy. All of these can be adjusted later. But most people treat them like a one-shot decision. So they delay, they overthink, and they never start. Think about it like the analogy I like for this is painting a room. If you've ever painted a room before and you're like, oh, what color should I do? You go to the store, you buy 12 samples of colors, you paint them on the wall, you wait for them to dry, and then you're like, ooh, I like this one. So you go back to the store, you buy the cans of paint and you do it. How do I know? Because this is what I used to do. And you think you're like, oh, if I put all this effort towards which color is going to be the perfect palette against the chairs in the room and the feng shui and all this other stuff. It's like it's a reversible decision. Yeah, you'll waste maybe a little more time if you get it, like if it completely is horrible, but at least just start, right? And the quiet wealthy people understand that action matters more than perfection. Most of the decisions that you're stuck on, you can actually just change later in your personal finances, right? We could just change accounts, move money. It's not permanent. And that was the 9 steps, guys. And I wanted to mention that if you're looking to get on that quiet wealth path and you don't know where to start or how to start, and you'd love to stack up your first or next $1,000 in 6 weeks. So it's either your first $1,000 or the $1,000 that you faster than you've ever gotten it before. I'm doing the 1K money challenge. The link is below this video. And also you could just check out this video here with more information.